Hello there and welcome to my next episode of my self-employment vlog. Now, I'm not quite sure what episode this is. I want to say probably 24? I don't know. I'll have to check that when I edit the video. So what's been happening this week? Well, it's been a good week. I've gone out and done some busking in a new location. Went to Stafford for the first time because it's not too far away from me, about 20 minutes. So there's a little bit of footage here of my experience. Hiya, I'm off for a new busking location today, so not sure what to expect. So I've just quickly got myself dressed and ready because I've got the morning free before I do any teaching. So yeah, I'm just going to load up the car and I'm going to just sneeze. Yeah, so I'm going to load up the car and I don't know what to expect. Brand new place for me. Are there going to be lots of other buskers there? Am I going to have to wait my turn? I think my main concern is how far I've got to go with all of my stuff in terms of actually physically moving it, because it is quite tiring over even just short distances. So yes, I'm going to head off and see what happens. So I'll let you know how it goes. So always important whenever I go out to have my flask ready to go with a hot drink. There we go, that's my drink ready to take with me. This is great actually because it will keep my drink nice and hot all day, and I can just sip regularly when I feel I need a little bit of a top-me-up. So I've just got back from my busking session. It was my longest session that I've played so far and I'm absolutely shattered. There's no public toilets there as well, so I'm bursting for a pee, so you're going to have to bear with me. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Whew. Yeah, it was a good session, I think. I think I did quite well, but it was my longest session, and I've got to admit, carrying my case over a longer distance was definitely really hard work, and I'm feeling it now. I feel really tired and sort of achy. I don't know whether I'm going to have to look at an alternative, maybe a trolley or something for those longer distances. Yeah, it's just a shame. With my pull along keyboard case, it's great, but the problem is the wheels, because they're quite small, the case part, the actual fabric of the case drags a little bit on the floor. You've got to have it quite high up, upright, to kind of get just the wheels in contact, and you know, that's hard when the case is so heavy. So yeah, that was really tough. So now it's time for my favourite part. This is the counting up of the money that I've earned today. So we're going to just empty it out. There it is, the product of my hard work today. Now I was so happy actually that a guy put a tenner in today, which was amazing. I felt sorry, I thanked him, but I didn't know that he put a tenner in, you see, because he didn't really stop, he just literally just sort of flung it in. And a nice lady gave me a £5 note as well, and then obviously all my coins. So my mission now is to clean them, disinfect them, and then I start to sort them, a kind of sorting area. And what happens is when I've got enough to fill a bag, I bag them up. So like here I need £20 worth to go into that bag, but at the moment I've only got I've got £6 there. And then when they're bagged up, they go into the main bag, which is this one here. It's quite heavy actually. This is the main bag that I then take to the bank at the end of each month to bank my earnings. See how I did. So it's a beautiful sunny day here this morning. It's Friday, it's about 9:30. I'm going to go out and do another bus today, but I am feeling it from yesterday. My poor body, it aches from having to carry all my stuff on that long distance when I did my busking yesterday at Stafford. So I'm going to try something different today. Before I start having to look at investing in a trolley, because I don't really want to have to spend more money out on a trolley, I'm going to have a little trial today. I've put everything into my case. you know, everything that I need. And I'm actually going to try pushing the trolley, like wheeling the trolley as if I was pushing a pushchair or a pram, rather than having it behind me and pulling it as you would normally do with, you know, luggage, because I think doing it that way is putting more pressure on my arms than actually is making it harder. So I'm going to give that a try today and see if that works, and if it does, then in theory I can stick with that, you know, because trolleys are quite a bit of money, and I really don't want to be spending my hard-earned money, really, if I can, on more expenses. So I'm gonna see how it goes. So I'll let you know whether it's a thumbs up or thumbs down. Hiya, just got back from my busking session. It was okay today. It was a little bit on the slow side. Unfortunately, when I turned up, there was someone in my space doing I think something to do with the NHS, like a presentation. So he'd sort of taken the location that I normally go to. But I thought I won't turn back and leave. I'll see if I can pitch up somewhere else. So I kind of pitched up a little bit further down the high street. And there were still people going by, but it just felt like slower. It just didn't feel like it had quite the buzz as I would normally have. So it was okay, but there was a silver lining to the cloud. The guy who was actually doing the NHS presentation thing, he was looking for someone to play an hour's worth of music in the later part of September, and he asked if I was up for the job. I said yes, so we kind of agreed then that I would do that for him. So I actually got a kind of a paid gig, if you like, out of it. So actually it worked out quite well, but it was a little bit slow. Admittedly, I'm a bit tired today from yesterday as well, so I felt a little less enthusiastic myself, so that probably didn't help either. But yeah, it's all good. You know, you've got to be out there while it's sunny, haven't you? You've got to make the most of it. So I definitely feel it's worth going, and I learned a lot of things actually from going to the new location. I think the main issue for me was the actual sheer weight of my equipment, and I really did struggle actually getting my equipment back. But I've since discovered a new way of kind of moving my equipment around so that it's putting less strain on me physically, and I think that is going to work quite well. The only other downside is I think just general wear and tear that's happening to my keyboard case is becoming quite apparent. There's quite a lot of holes now, and quite significant wear at the bottom of the case. And because the wheels are like only these very small kind of caster wheels, I don't think they're going to last that long. So I'm sort of having to look at perhaps investing in a trolley. Now, on other news, I am going back to face-to-face teaching from tomorrow, from Monday the 20th. Now, this is for those who want to return to face-to-face lessons. So I've got, you know, a few that are coming back. This is a problem with doing this outside. I'm very sensitive to the sun, and I can tend to sneeze quite a lot when the sun is shining. So yeah, it'd be nice to see everyone who I haven't seen for a while since lockdown, so that'd be nice. It's meant I've had to compress a lot of my piano teaching onto a Monday, so I've actually got a very long teaching day tomorrow. So Mondays are going to be quite intensive, but that's fine. I'm planning then to go out and do a bit more busking, hopefully this week if the weather's not too bad, and I would like to go back to Stafford. I met a couple of nice buskers who I think regularly play there, including a girl called Samantha Lloyd, so check out her stuff. She seems to be doing a lot of releasing a lot of original music, and you know, she's quite active, so you know, do give her music a check out. Now, I know many of you are, well, quite a lot of you who know me have ordered the Mike Oldfield On Track book, which has been delayed quite a long time now, but that's been because of the lockdown, and the printing company haven't been able to get on top of it. So I've got some more revisions that need to be made that's come back from the publisher, so it's well on its way, but there's just a few little tweaks and things that need doing, and the aim is to get it out for the end of August then. So I know it's been a long delay, and I know people have been kind of asking me when it's coming out and why there's so many delays, so apologies for that. It's out of my hands. I obviously have written the book, but beyond that there's not much more I can do, but it will hopefully be out towards the end of August, so fingers crossed for that. I'm also in talks with a lady over in America. She's called Alexa MADDISON, and she's a very, very active teacher, piano teacher, and she teaches a lot of younger pupils in her studio, and she's got quite a big online presence, her sort of online store where she's got lots of resources, and I'll put a link into all of her details as well. And she is looking at hosting other composers' music on her store and on her website, and so I felt that was probably worth you know, contacting her about and finding out. So we had a chat the other night, which was nice. It was good to chat to her regarding that, and I talked to her about my idea that I had for a sort of a children's story combined with a piano education book, kind of almost like a game as well, in the sense that, much like, you know, when children play video games, they might have characters that you have to level up. Well, the idea is that you're leveling up your character in this story to develop the skills to be able to defeat the villain, if you like, the bad guy, and you develop your skills and you level up by doing exercises, piano pieces that are designed, you know, as studies to develop a particular technique, and those techniques then are related to events that are happening in the story. So it's not fully formed yet, but I've got a fairly kind of good idea of the direction, and she seemed quite keen on that. And I'm going to submit some small kind of beginner, intermediate level pieces for hopefully her store then. So that'll be nice. That'll be good to kind of, it's just nice, I think, sometimes just to get your music out and about elsewhere, you know, and particularly, you know, in a different country, and for different people to become aware of. I think that's pretty good. So hopefully that'll lead to something. That'll be nice. So that's it really for this episode. I think this week marks the start of the I guess the school summer holiday, although I know school has been far from normal recently, but the next 6 weeks for me are going to be quite different in terms of routine and schedule, because I've had to change everything around to accommodate childcare, but also going out now and doing face-to-face teaching. So I think for me this week is going to be about adjusting to a new routine, and I don't think it'll take too long to get used to it, but you know, like anything, when you've been doing, I don't know, the last couple of months in a set routine with set times for everything, it sometimes is a bit disorientating when you've suddenly got to change everything around and move things around. But I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine, and fingers crossed I can keep the busking going as long as the weather's okay, and you know, work on the Oldfield book, get that sort of signed off and ready, get the piano pieces and ideas that I've got for Alexa, and just, yeah, hopefully get lots of different things, you know, generate lots of different ideas and get them all set up. So that's it. Thanks for checking by. Yeah, not much more to report really. It's been quite a good week, but we'll see what this week brings. And yeah, I will check in with you next Sunday at the regular time. Do make sure that you like and subscribe. You know, subscriptions really do help me. It helps to grow my channel, but also it shows that people, you know, obviously are interested in what I do. So it'd be fantastic if you could just drop a subscription if you haven't already. Anyway, that's it for me. Take care. I'll see you next week. Bye.